Solka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 8, Section 4, number 13, which reads, if a to the negative 1/2 power equals x, where a is greater than 0, what is a in terms of x? One thing is, if in terms of screws you up, just cross it out. If it's saying what is a, then what you got to do is you got to get a alone. We're going to look at two different approaches here. The first one is easy. It's good if you know to do this. If not, I'll show you the workaround, which is more steps. So if you've got a to the negative 1/2 power, and that equals x, and it's asking for a, you got to get a alone. A is not alone because it has that pesky exponent, negative 1/2 power. How do you get rid of it? Well, you might know that if you raise the exponent to a power, those powers multiply. And then you're going to have a all alone. What am I going to raise it to? I'm going to raise it to the negative 2 power. And why would I raise it to the negative 2 power? Because negative 1/2 times negative 2 will give you a positive 1. And a to the first, a to the 1, is the same as just a. So on the left side, what we get is a negative times a negative is a positive, and 2 over 1 times 1/2 will give you 2 over 2, which reduces to 1. You just get a on the left side. And on the right side, you get x to the negative 2 power. Well, what's x to the negative 2 power? This is something you need to know. That is the same as 1 over x to the positive 2. So if you've got a negative exponent up top, it gets thrown to the bottom and becomes positive. So what is a? It's 1 over x squared, and c is your answer. Now, here's your workaround. And you could do this anytime you've got variables in the answer choices. So I'm going to delete this. And what I could do is I could pick a value for a. What I want to pick for a, you want to pick something simple. Let's pick 2. Let's say a equals 2. And then I grab, this is with Calc Math, I grab my handy dandy calculator and I put 2, and then I hit this caret button for the exponent. This is the same button that you'll find on science for calculators as well, most of them. And then for your exponent, the shortcut to, so I'm going to put a negative here, and the shortcut to a fractional exponent on the TI-84 plus CE is alpha x. And then on top I put 1, on the bottom I put 2. If you got just a TI-84 plus without the CE, then you hit alpha y equals and then enter, and that'll give you a fraction. So now I've got 2 to the negative 1/2 power. I hit enter, and what I get as my result is, I'm going to grab my glasses over here because I can't see anything. So if my a is 2, then my x winds up equaling, I just raised 2 to the negative 1/2 power, so my x winds up equaling 0.70710678812. You don't have to write all those out. I'm going a little nuts here. Okay, and then again, since the question is what is a, notice in my answer choice I have x in every answer choice. So in place of x, I'm going to put that 0.7 blah 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 blah, and even if you just plug in 0.7, and then you eliminate anything that doesn't give you about 2. Now, one thing you could do here is, so on this calculator it's second and the x squared button, that's going to give you the square root. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and choose my last answer, or I could hit second and the negative button, which will give me my last answer. So I choose it, it populates underneath, I hit enter, and I get 0.84. I'm looking for 2, because the question is what is a, and my a is 2. So that didn't work. And notice, if that didn't work, answer choice B is just going to give, if that was 0.84 blah 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 blah, answer choice B is just going to give me negative 0.84 blah 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 blah. I don't have to check it. So now what do? My answer choice C is 1 over, so I'm going to hit, for the TI-84 plus C, alpha x, I put 1 on top, and on the bottom I've got to put x squared. Well, what's my x squared? It is, whoops. So I put 1 on the top and my x squared on the bottom. I'm just going to type it in, and you don't even have to go nuts. If I just put 0.7 and then x squared, it should be about 2. It may not be perfect. And when I hit enter, I get 2.04 blah 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 blah. That's really close, and that's not going to be answer choice D because that's going to be the same thing but negative. So C is my answer for that reason. You can see that the first way is easier, but you should know this second approach. It applies to multiple questions on every SAT. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You could share it with someone who has difficulty with exponents. Any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.